This week is the first week that people can file to run for office in November. Check this out. If you want to throw your hat into the ring for Greensboro mayor, it's a $300 filing fee. But let's say you want to file for the Burlington mayor job. Well, that's only 20 bucks. What's up with the disparity in costs and how will the next election be different? Charlie Collicutt with Guilford County Elections. He's the director. He's here to explain. Okay, so when I looked at that list, I'm like, wow, 300 bucks, 20 bucks. Why is such the big difference?
Yeah, there's a lot of differences in these filing fees. Some are as low as $5, depending on some of the cities and towns. It really that is set by that council or that body. That's what the law says. Is they get to determine what is going to be their filing fee up to a certain percentage of the salary, and that's what Greensboro chose. That's what Burlington chose, or that's what these other cities and towns have chose. Maybe lesser amounts.
Okay, so people aren't really candidates until they actually file to be a candidate. And so it opened up yesterday. How much longer do they have to file to be a candidate?
Yeah, anybody can go to their Board of Elections office to file to run for the city or town they live in. The deadline for that is Friday the 18th, July 18th at noon. You've got to be in that Board of Elections office by noon on that Friday to get on the ballot.
Okay, and so I was looking at the Board of Elections site, the Guilford County Board of Elections site, and it's open to the public about who has already filed for candidacy. I saw at least 2 mayoral candidates and stuff like that. So really anybody can look and see who's about to be on the ballot.
Yeah, anybody can go and see who's going to be on the ballot, or if they want to run, they can see what offices we have or who may have already filed. And that's for Greensboro. All the other cities and towns in Guilford County are listed on there as well.
Okay, so, and there's a whole bunch. I mean, there's Greensboro, there's like Pleasant Garden, there's Gibsonville, there's Burlington, there's Kernersville, all that kind of stuff. With that said, when it comes to the November election, does everybody get to vote for all of those people?
Yeah, that's a really important question. So some people can vote in October, some people can vote in November, but not everybody in Guilford County or in whatever county you may live in can vote in these coming municipal elections. You've got to live within the town limits or the city limits of Greensboro or Burlington or Oak Ridge. All these towns that you listed, you've got to live within there. If you're in the unincorporated part of the county, you're not going to have municipal races to vote for this year.
Okay, and when can people figure out, oh, I am one of these people who gets to vote or I'm not, just in case they have some, question about, what their address is?
Yeah, that's a great question because some people will say Greensboro, but you don't really live in Greensboro. So really, I mean, the best tip-off is, do you pay taxes to a city or a town, or do you not? And your voter registration card will have that too, because sometimes these lines can be obscure. So the voter registration card will tell you what municipality you live in as well.
Okay, so Election Day, November the 4th this year. What do voters need to know about early voting, registration, going to the polls?
Yeah, so for some folks, Greensboro, Burlington, Jamestown, they might have an October election. Everybody else will have a November election also along with them. Voter registration is just like normal. You can go register at any time, the DMV. You can pick up a form, or you can print a form online and get registered ahead of time. We'll have early voting like we normally do, absentee balloting like we normally do. You can actually go request a ballot right now. And then you can vote Election Day, show ID just like you did last year. And it's a normal election. It'll be a smaller election, but they're very important elections too.
All right, and so just a quick thing on that photo ID. When you show your photo ID, can it be expired?
Yeah, it can be expired for up to a year. And if you're older than 65, it can be totally expired. But that year is going to apply to most of us.
Okay, yes, so it can be expired for a year and you can still use it. I asked that question because right now we've got this thing where you can drive with an expired license for the next 2 years, but you can't use it to get a prescription, but you still will be able to use it to vote.
Right, you can still use it to vote, but it's got to be unexpired or expired for only up to 1 year.
Okay. If people have not registered because, they moved or something else, when should they be registering to be able to vote for the November 4th election?
Yeah, go ahead and do it now, but if you can, we'd love to have these in early. But the deadline is going to be 25 days prior to the election.
Gotcha. And if you're the ones who are voting in October, it'll be 25 days before then. So there's that. All right, Charlie, thank you so much for bringing us up to date. We so appreciate it. Don't forget, folks, mark your calendar, November 4th, at least for most of you anyway. We're going to take a look at the forecast.